Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. I am Princess Zoraida S. Matiwalu. So, we are in Module 3, which is the Introduction to Statistical Analysis for Construction Data. So, the first thing here is, when we say statistical analysis, it refers to the analysis of data collected to derive patterns, trends, or other meaningful conclusions. It involves the use of statistical methods of data analysis, which is the two main types are descriptive and statistical inference. The second one is, when we say construction data, it is a financial data is comprised of all aspects of a construction project and the dollar amount associated with them. As a project progresses, construction cost becomes more of a factor. Construction data provides an accounting team a clear vision of the financial implications. So, I will not going to say the details of construction data since the group 1, Miss Cristobal, made it or finished it already. So the next one is statistical analysis types. I have here the picture of the main types, which is the descriptive statistical analysis and inferential statistical analysis. The other types are the predictive analysis, prescriptive analysis, exploratory data analysis, and causal analysis. So the first here is the descriptive statistics. It refers to collecting, organizing, analyzing, and summarizing data sets in an understandable format like charts, graphs, and tables. It makes a large data set presentable and eliminates complexity to help analysts understand it. The format of the summary can be quantitative or visual. So another example here is that one of our subjects in this SEM, we have the estimates, which is all the estimates, inisa-isa mo yan siya, but when it comes to the last part, we are given another sheet na andun na lahat para mas maintindihan at madali lang siyang makita sa isang sheet na yon. Another here is the inferential statistics. When we say inferential statistics, ano nga ba yan? Which is, it derives in the inference about a large population. It is based on the analysis and findings produced for sample data from the large population. Hence, it makes the process cost-efficient and time-efficient. It generally includes the development of interval estimate and points estimate to conduct the analysis. So when we say the inferential statistics, it is about on how and when you are going to start that specific project. It includes here the embankment. So as what I understand and remember, which is on how you start, what are the needs, and how much is this. Then some other types, which is predictive analysis. When we say predictive analysis, is used to forecast future events based on past and present data. It uses machine learning tools, data mining, big data, predictive modeling, artificial intelligence, and simulations. So, predictive analysis here is, I'm not 100% sure if my example is pasok ba sa predictive analysis, but our research, which is sa LULC, using QGIS, we predict the past and the present temperature of that audience scenes. What? The next is the prescriptive analysis. This analysis aims to prescribe the best possible outcome based on the assessed data. It helps make informed decisions and encourages efficient decision making. So when we say the prescriptive analysis, this is the projected data, which is all the data you gathered, ay pagsama-samahin mo yun, then the outcome of that is may kita mo or ma-project mo by the data you gathered. So the next one is exploratory data analysis, or known as EDA or EDA. In statistics, this method studies data sets to highlight their major features, which is frequently done using statistical graphics and other data visualization approaches. So, another example here is when you made a project or something like a research. For example lang din na i-connect ko dun sa kanina. So, in our research, we made the method of, which is the statistical graphics, by gathering this space are more, mas nilaki niya ang ganitong classification kaysa sa ganito. By every year, ganun ang ginawa namin. The next one is a causal analysis. When we say causal analysis, it focuses on the cause and effect. In simple terms, it focuses on the crux of events occurring and the reason behind them. Based on the data analysis, it aids in understanding why something didn't work out and failures in business and professional activities. So the best example of causal analysis is the global warming. Since the population increase is causing an increase in traffic and greenhouse gases, it is also causing an increase in deforestation for housing, roads, and farming. So, the next one here is the methods of statistical analysis. The first is mean. When we say mean, it is one of the simplest and most popular analysis method, easy to apply to data. The mean is the average value of data used in research. In statistics, the term mean is commonly used to indicate average. It is calculated by adding the data values and dividing them by the total number of data points. Though it is a common method, it is advised to have other methods supporting it for effective decision making. So the next one is the standard deviation. When we say standard deviation, it is a common statistical tool or statistical analysis tool to determine the deviation of a set of values from the mean value. The standard deviation value will be low if the deviation from the mean is small and vice versa. Then the next one is the regression. The regression method helps comprehend the relationship between two or more variables used in the analysis. It shows how one variable is dependent on the other and their inter-effect on each other. There is simple linear regression using a single dependent variable to interpret the dependent variable and multiple linear regression using multiple independent variables to interpret the outcome. So, the further explanation here is, bibigay ata ito ni Mr. Callum if I'm not mistaken. Then the next one is hypothesis testing. When we say hypothesis testing, this is a method test that the validity and authenticity of a hypothesis outcome or argument. Hypothesis testing is an assumption set at the beginning of the research. After the test is over and the result is obtained, based on it, the belief can be either true or false. In addition, it can check whether the null hypothesis or alternative hypothesis is true. So, in another term, hypothesis rather is you are being projected or ina-assume mo ang isang bagay or data na ito yung kakalabasan. Then the next one is the sample size determination. It is a technique derives a sample from the interpopulation, representing the total population. When there is a large data set and the analysis gets challenging, a small sample is taken for study and research. So, on my report, the last part, which is the methods, makikita natin to when we study. Siyempre, alam naman ng lahat, which is the modern or the statistical subject when it comes to math. Those terms na na-mention ko is the basic terms na needed masyado when you are calculating a data or equation. Then, The next one here is the sample regression. Those topics, the remaining topics for Module 3 will be discussed by my group mates. Again, I am Princess Zoraida S. Matiwalo. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Shukran and masalam.